Hello everyone, I am YinYeung and very nice to see you here again. And I'd like to do something, talk about my little experience. This is my second recording of my YouTube program. It's called I Love London, but most of the time I wasn't in London, but I have to tell you I've been living in UK for longer than 16 years, and now I decided to do a little bit of my own interview. What? Oh, do you mean about my language developing story? And how did I learn the first place? Yeah, I do. When I was very young, it wasn't quite a long time ago. When I was in primary school, year 1, my first English sentence on the blackboard in my military school. You know, my father came from the army serve. So I did, this is a little, there was a little primary school, and we have not native of speak English teacher, but 1970s, as I remembered. And the first sentence on the blackboard is, this is a car. And the first word was car, and following is this is a car. And unfortunately, our English teacher, she's Chinese, and as all remember, she's a young lady, and I remember her pronunciation is this is a car, and we haven't get that idea about, you know, the pronunciation and the vocabulary and the pronunciation and the acupuncture. Sorry. But basically you have to try to remember, and it's so new. I remember on my very little notebook, I wrote it down is a zay. Zay sounds like a thief. Is and sounds like sounds like something, you know, a soap. A car, so like in Chinese, like a goose, you know. And a car seems quite easy to remember. So that's how began my English language journey. And my really first English song, as all I remembered, was Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. By that time, I also remember I was in high school, still in the mountain area. So I can't remember how and where I got that song, but simply, I think I have a little notebook, sort of songbook. I collect hundreds of sort of English songs. We say American hundreds popular songs. I think that's where I got it. And until now, I can remember the whole first lines, you know, the first verse of the songs. And so like that's carved in my mind. So that's brilliant. And a little longer when I was at university, definitely. Um, I think in that time, because my major was music and education, so we learned, and after that time I went to university. But all the exams before you register in any university for music department for us, so we didn't seriously have to examined by the English language. Is not included. It wasn't included. So just only math, Chinese language, and something sort of knowledge, very knowledgeable title sort of. So we have to pass the first exam for the music. If you play instrument or if you sing, and if you pass the first round and then you do second round, it's not yet, and you do this three majors of paperwork, and joined into the whole nations of the exam time in July. And after that, I went to my university for 4 years, and we learned lots about music, history of music, Chinese history music, and Western. So that's amazing 4 years. We learned fantastic, all about the history part, and has been good trained as well. Very strictly trained about how singing skill and the theories and conducting and instruments, including piano. So and definitely the English is one of the majors as well, but probably only for one study year. I didn't get very high score, but that's my favorite language as well. It's funny thing is, when I was younger, the English pronunciation seems very sexy. I don't know why, because because I was not quite 100% understood the whole language first of all, and we still at university we still couldn't get any native of English speak teacher, but the English department pupils, they have got English teachers, and French, and luckily I have got one very good friends who she's the same year joined in the university. We were teachers university, so we met and friendly chat and find out she's study English and French as a second foreign language as well. So yeah, since knowing her, I sometimes occasionally went to her sort of a speech and the literatural lessons, and you can join in for free. And she gave me a great help as well. So since that, I definitely sung a lots of other English songs, but still quite limited because we're learning the instruments. Lots of pressure. You have to do sight reading and practicing in the rooms and by the piano and. So, but for the language developing parts, I was really enjoying it. At that time, ABBA was my favorite. Unfortunately, in that period of time, that's 80s. By the time I was in university, ABBA is I Have a Dream and Waterloo and all sorts of songs, just amazingly I just listen to them again, and there's a whole music cassette tape, only one cassette tape from my another good friend, and they offered. And besides this, we all have very good all the symphony orchestras music, you know, all the histories, all you know, all the period of music, Beethoven, Mozart, and Tchaikovsky, but they're all in Chinese. They're all well translated. So now my singing piece perfectly in Chinese because they translated so wonderfully, and for me that's great, and more and deeply understanding about the words, and you know, and expression more freedomly for me as well. So so once I sung what's this the famous piece, the opera, can't remember the whole name, in one piece of opera in Chinese. My parents-in-law were really shocked. They said, wow, this melody is no big difference in Italian language, or it doesn't matter, but it's as beautiful as it was. And that's huge arrangement, encouragement anyway. But language is a really unlimited thing for me to achieve, because the English languages really have many levels. You can be, you know, speak quite general ways, and not precisely into any describing. So that's somehow, I'm feeling still quite upset now after 16 years, actually the 17th year this year. But personally, I was really appreciated the English language itself, and somehow it really used this sort of naturally after all the study. They said that the best way is thinking. When you're thinking in English, that's the best. I don't know, sometimes it was in English, sometimes in Chinese, sometimes in French. No, not yet. I love French language as well. Anyway, that's from university, and I went to Hong Kong. I still didn't get very much a chance to speak English from university until I was in Hong Kong. I met you know, lots of musicians from different countries, you know, but basically it's easy way to speak English. So the musicians and English people in Hong Kong, and at the same time I study more. I went to another language school about English and graduated from it, and so my English getting a little better and better, but apparently I need more. Hopefully I can understand the comedy show. That's my goal. We have fantastic comedy show from radio by the you know, in the theaters and TVs. That's the amazing thing. I want to laugh and love. It's just, why not? English people have, yes, great sense of humor. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something funny and have a little of my sense of humor by my language ability as well. I think you may laugh. Ha 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 ha.